Maren Morris and Zedd. The hidden sparks behind the spotlight top facts. It started with a drop, a beat, and a voice that cut through the noise like velvet thunder. When Maren Morris stepped into Zedd's world of shimmering synths and electric hearts, it wasn't just a musical collaboration. It was a collision of sounds, of souls, of stories no one dared to speak aloud. Until now, behind every chord of the middle, behind every shared look on stage and every after-party whisper, there lies a connection too charged to ignore. A story the headlines hinted at but never fully exposed. Until now, this connection simmered just beneath the surface of glossy interviews and glittering lights. Maren, the firebrand of country pop with a voice like honey and heartbreak. Zedd, the brooding DJ from another universe. His beats mechanical, yet somehow laced with aching emotion. At first glance, they were mismatched. But some hearts don't beat in time. They clash, collide, and then sink in secret. Their story begins in 2017, when the industry buzzed with the rumor that Zedd was looking for a unique female voice for a new project. Not just any voice. A voice that could make a dance track weep. Enter Maren Morris, riding high from her breakout success and not afraid to blur genres or boundaries. The recording session for The Middle was supposed to be simple. In and out. Studio magic and done. But something changed when Maren walked into Zedd's world. He wasn't expecting her. That southern steel in her eyes. The curve of her laugh. The way her confidence lit the room without trying. And she wasn't ready for him either. The quiet intensity, the subtle smile, the way his fingers seemed to speak when words failed as they recorded, tension grew. Not the bad kind, but the kind that hums beneath every shared silence. Music became more than a task, it became a tease. Each lyric was loaded, every pause deliberate. And somewhere between takes, the line between professional and personal blurred. Whispers in the studio hinted at late nights that stretched long past studio hours. Not for retakes, but for talking, sharing playlists, swapping stories. One insider even claimed that after one session, Zedd invited Maren to a rooftop session under the stars, just to listen to her sing raw and unplugged. No mic, no edits. Just her. Their chemistry became undeniable during the 2018 Billboard Music Awards. The way they looked at each other on stage didn't feel staged. Fans caught it. The glances. The smirks. The way Maren leaned just a little too close when the cameras weren't watching, but the fans were. Tumblr exploded. TikTok had theories. Were they just friends? Were they something more? And what about their personal lives? Zedd, known for being private, had been linked to Selena Gomez, but that fizzled quietly. Maren was dating fellow country singer Ryan Hurd, who would later become her husband. Yet during the middle era things felt complicated. Rumors swirled. DMs leaked. Fans speculated. Was Maren torn between comfort and curiosity? It didn't help that Zedd reportedly flew to one of Maren's solo shows unannounced, just to be backstage. And the rumors didn't stop there. One industry insider claimed the two had a secret writing retreat in Lake Arrowhead. Just the two of them, working on music that never got released. Songs too personal, too raw, too revealing. Some say their bond was strictly creative, a muse and her maestro. Others believe it was emotional, possibly even romantic, but purposefully untitled. Maren once joked in an interview that she and Zedd just click, musically and otherwise. And otherwise became the word fans latched onto. What did that mean? Was it playful? Or was it a breadcrumb? The rumors intensified when Maren posted a behind-the-scenes photo. Her head on Zedd's shoulder, eyes closed, his hand resting gently on her thigh. The caption? Just a heart emoji. No words. No context. Fans went wild. Music journalists tried to decode every move. Was line by line her duet with Hozier really about Zedd? Some lyrics felt too precise. Too conflicted. The kind of longing that only comes from a love that can't be claimed. Zedd, for his part, remained cryptic. In a rare interview he described working with Maren as transformative, adding, "Sometimes someone steps into your life and changes the way you hear everything." A beautiful statement. But was it just about music? Then there was the 2020 reunion rumor. A mysterious producer shared that Zedd and Maren had reunited for a secret session. Nothing was released, but what if it was never meant to be? What if it wasn't about making hits anymore? What if it was just about feeling something again? By 2023, Maren's marriage to Ryan had quietly ended. No big announcement. No drama. Just silence. A silence that felt loaded. Zedd was once again single, spotted alone at a series of festivals. And then the whispers began again. Were they back in touch? A fan spotted them together in L, not at an event, but a quiet corner cafe, heads close, talking softly.
No entourage.
No security. Just them. Reconnecting. Rewriting. Some claim they're simply close friends who share a rare musical bond. Others believe they are twin flames, drawn together but always out of sync. Always a beat apart. Their story is what Hollywood thrives on. A connection too strong to ignore, but too complicated to claim. A story told in beats and glances, in harmonies and half-truths. The kind of story that inspires songs, but never quite becomes one. What's most mysterious is how much they both don't say. In an era where every romance is a photoshoot, Maren and Zedd remain elusive.
No declarations. No denials.
Just a trail of moments. Charged glances, unsent lyrics, and a shared silence that says more than any quote ever could. Today, fans still dream of a reunion track. Not just for the music but for what it would represent. A rekindling. A moment when everything unsaid might finally find its voice. Because when Maren Morris and Zedd come together, even for 3 minutes of song, the world listens. Not just with their ears but with their hearts. They remember. They wonder. And they ask the question that won't go away. What really happened between them? Was it love? Was it a spark too dangerous to touch? Or was it everything, and they just weren't ready to face it? Here at Top Facts we may never know the full story. But the pieces we do have, they're electric, mysterious, and unforgettable. Just like Maren and Zedd. So the next time you hear the middle, listen a little closer. Between the lines, in the echoes, in the space between beats, you might hear the truth. Or at least feel it. Because some love stories aren't written in words, they're whispered in sound. And this one still lingers.